the turf. Go hard or get murked. And all my niggas been real since birth. I'm from the turf. Ain't no faking round here, cause niggas where I'm from ain't playing round here.
It's Arizona lethal. I ride for my peoples and pack a Desert Eagle and put 30s on a Regal. I keep a pack with me, it swoop down like a seagull. A real turf fighter, I ain't playing with these people. I ride with some notes and keep hounds on speed dial. Goldie been a minutes, long hair and a mean smile. I've been on the block trying to get in the meantime. I took a brick, broke it down in Wabiso, all dimes. Took a flight out to Cali, I'll be back by the lunchtime. Strictly hit the line and told me please, know it's crunch time. And I got 2 for the 6 and 4 for the 8. I'll pull up with the 9 and put the Chevy on skates. Now really what's worse, I've been doing this since birth. On the turf.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy CPTV and we back in this bitch. Another one. Like the other one, this one a little bit better. Whew, so we got a couple things on the topic list I want to talk about. First, we're going to touch in on the Diddy thing, right? You know, I got to give you some update on that. You know, they had Mia on the stand, which was one of his assistants, right? One of Cassie's best friends or whatever. So we're going to touch on that. Then you see what's going on with your boy, NBAyoungboy. They trying to send him back up the road. We're going to talk about that too, man. And then I kind of want to get into these New Orleans escapees. You know what I'm talking about? The boy, Antoine Massey. Who's about to spice up? Let's get right. Let me light the thuka. Y'all got y'all thukas? Good morning. Top of it, man. Hit the like button like you like something, man. If you hear my voice, hit the subscribe button, man. If you ain't subscribed, hit that bell so you can be notified, man. It's Twiz. What's happening, man? We finna get into it. So look, man. So they keep harassing the boy Diddy. They keep harassing him, The prosecution is kind of crazy, right? Like I told y'all in the last video, it's a prosecution team of all women. So, you know, they playing a whole different game, you know what I'm saying? And then Diddy Squad, he got a cold lineup, you know what I'm saying? With the star goddamn Brian still leading the pack, you know what I mean? So, you know, they got Mia on the stand. Like I said, that's one of Diddy's assistants, one of Cassie's best friends or whatever. So she on the stand, she giving her testimony, you know what I mean? About the things that happened, you know, with her interaction with Diddy. They not letting up. You know, because Mia sued Diddy. I don't think we know about that, but Mia sued Diddy. Don Richard sued Diddy. Cassie sued Diddy. These women that they are pulling to the stand have all submitted lawsuits. Right? All these people. Hold up. The thuka is gas tank. Anyways, look, so all these women that they putting on the stand, they all got lawsuits, civil suits submitted against Diddy and all of his DBAs. You feel what I'm saying? So they definitely coming. They definitely want some money. It's definitely a play at some money, you know, and we can see that. And I think that should be more highlighted as the topic of all of this. I don't think these people are looking to send Diddy up the road. I think it's other powers that are looking to send Diddy up the road, but I think these people want some money. So the prosecution used these people, right? Mia had met with the prosecution team so many times, right? Like 27 times, 30 times, 50 times. This woman, these people are meeting. The expert witness they had on the stand last week, she met with the first of all, the expert witness they had in this case. I didn't even talk about her, but we're gonna get into her. But let me touch on her right fast. They had an expert forensic scientist in this thing, and I guess her expertise is abuse and all that old crazy stuff. So she get on the stand and she said what she got to say. Brian still get on there and ate her up. Like, so you mean to tell me you diagnose people without even meeting them, right? You can diagnose somebody with something without even knowing their individual situation, right? That's what you're telling me? And she said, now, I usually do it on a general basis. I'm really diagnosing it as a whole disease, you feel me? Like a whole situation. Brian still got out of there. I was like, well, how could you diagnose somebody that you have never even met, conversated with, because normally when you're a psychologist, right, don't you like sit people on the couch and then y'all go over a couple different sessions before you can come up with a diagnosis? And she like, yeah. So Brian Still's like, how could you come up with a diagnosis for Cassie in this Diddy situation if you never had any conversations with these people. But it comes out that she had conversations prior and post certain testimonies. So she met with the prosecutors before, right? Before all this, she met with the prosecutor. She wasn't helping the prosecutor. The forensic psychologist is the ones helping the prosecutors prosecute Diddy. Boom, that's another one. Anyways, Brian still ate her up, got rid of her, right? Then they bring Mia on the stand, but then they bring Mia on the stand. They brought Buddy, look, first of all, they brought Buddy in the thing, the big Mexican dude. He come in there, plead the fifth, instantly get up out of there and go home. I don't want them to do none of this. Y'all trying to coerce me to do this, and this ain't what I'm doing. I ain't talking about it, so I plead the fifth. He got up out of there, scram. Boom, they bring Mia back on this thing. Mia back on the thing. She talking about, all the different little allegations, you feel what I'm saying, that they got against her. So Brian still, he the magician. They got a girl on their squad over there with Brian Still. I'm gonna hit y'all with her name when I find out my what's her name's on the counter over there, but they got a girl on their squad with Diddy. But the woman is cold in the evidence, right? She can bust out all the evidence and give it to you play by play and tell you exactly how it laid out, right? So they got Brian Still got a secret weapon on the squad. So, of course he Instagram post, text messages, goddamn Brian Still coming up. He goddamn Dumbledore from the goddamn Harry Potter, he making shit happen out the air. He give it here, pull up a file like, here, read this, or snap, bring that here, out the air. He come up with an Instagram poster. So he told me, there's 36 different posts. He said, you have 36 different posts. After the incident that you were claiming you were raped by Sean Cole, right? So if you felt that you were raped, or you were, if you felt that you were raped, or if you were victimized by the defendant, Puffy, why do you send him messages every holiday after that? It's every holiday, birthday, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? He said, man, they did something in Virginia, some sort of event Pharrell did in Virginia, some sort of Virginia Beach event, you know what I'm saying? Puffy was on the lineup to come out there. Well, this is where Mia is from. So after this is after the allegations, you feel what I'm saying? This is after that allegations. Mia had been paid already. She done got $450,000 out of Puff, you feel what I'm saying? So this is after, she ain't worked for Puff for a while after that fact. So she ain't worked for Puff for a while after that fact. But again, the boy is a magician. The boy Mr. Still is a magician, right? So the boy, give it here, text message, bow. You thanking him for coming to your city. You thanking him for coming to your area, your neighborhood, and showing love and bringing attention and awareness, right? She said, yeah. He said, give it here some more. So he pulling them up. The prosecution don't like when Brian Still get to doing that. You know what I'm talking about? So they don't like when Brian Still get to popping out that he everywhere. Give it here, all type of shit. He pulling all type of information out the air that's belittling and slandering and really is debunking everything these people get on the stand and say, right? So they can get on the stand and say anything. It don't even matter. That shit don't even matter. You know what I'm talking about? But then you got the prosecution team like come back through like, hold on. Brian Still like, give it here. Can you read that line 7? Brian Still get no fuck. They don't get no fuck. So I think, after they ate her up, got rid of her, chewed her up, spit her out, because everybody been getting chewed up and spit out, you know what I'm saying? This is a case that's kind of confusing because they got the man charged with all these trumped up charges, right? But yet have they proved any of this? There's no proof of any of this. And then y'all keep putting these people on the stand, and they lying. They get on the stand, they perjuring themselves on the stand. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people get on the stand and blatantly lie. They are blatantly lying. And then you got these bloggers and then you got these YouTubers that's getting out here with they bias reporting news. So they telling y'all bits and pieces of what the fuck is going on inside there. But, you know, when you tapped in and got reliable sources, man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Sean G. You know, when you got reliable sources, man, y'all go check out the podcast for Saul, man. The boy really putting in that work, man, and he in the courtroom, he dropping it daily. So, you know, shout out to him, man, because, you know, he keep me on my toes and keep me sharp with all the latest information, and it's coming directly from the source. So, man, y'all go give my man Sean G some love, man, and tell him I sent you over there, man. Drop some love in the comments for him one time. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? He got his own platform going on, so that's where you can catch a lot of the play-by-play news also, you feel what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to him, man. But you gotta have reliable sources when you popping your shit, because you can't get okay, so you gotta have them reliable sources, man. So, you know, we gonna keep tapping in. I'm gonna keep y'all updated as this shit play out, man, as I feel like the information need to be got out, because, like I said, a lot of these YouTubers and a lot of these blog sites is really biased reporting, you know what I'm saying? They ran with the narrative, or they ran with their homie, or they ran with their emotions, or they ran with their feelings in the situation instead of being realistic and paying attention to the facts, right? So you supposed to look at the facts of the case. This man supposed to be innocent until you prove him guilty. And so far, there's none of that been happening at all. I mean, you can say what you want to say, man, but we live in our own world. This is the land of the free, the United States. So you really can't prosecute a man for how he has a sexual preference, especially if you know what I'm saying, my partner is with this shit and we with this shit together. Like, regardless, you can't throw me in jail because I want to have freak offs and shit every day. You can't. That's not illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that happen inside of my bedroom with two consenting adults is not illegal. So, like I said, the case is falling apart, man. Let's just keep it $150, man. It ain't no case. I don't see a RICO. Like I said, he the only one charged for this shit, man. And then if they trying to use anybody as a co-conspirator, it would have to be Cassie. And then it's crazy because she's really the culprit, you know what I mean? Diddy the man, so of course they're gonna put it on him like he should have been a gentleman and he should have did this. And then of course you got the shit with Biggie, and then of course you got the shit with all these artists that came out. Then you got the shit with Justin Bieber, these allegations and Usher and all these all random shit. So it's a lot of opinionated reporting going on, but listen, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about none of them neither ways. I just want my money, man. So I'm going to report on it because that's what we want to see, and that's what entertains us right now, and keeping us away from the war that's going on in China and Taiwan. We're going to get into that too, because I like that. Yeah, you see, I threw that in there. That's on the next video. But y'all stay tuned, man. Hit that like button, subscribe button, man. Then we're going to get into this shit with NBAyoungboy, right? So, first of all, listen, man. I'm going to keep it $150. I don't know how you get charged with that type of shit, for real, and then come home. I don't know. Like I said, I'm in the Valley of the Sun, man. Shout out to Arizona, man. The Plug City, goddamn, AC, everything, man. Stand up, man. Shout out to everybody doing their thing out here, man. All the local artists, man. Y'all gonna see me tap in with some of them too, because a lot of them is my partners, man. And I really like to be tapped in with my people, especially, you know what I'm saying, in the local music scene. So I'm gonna be tapping in with some of them too, man. And get some music from there. We're going to get it popping, man. Start introducing a bunch of different people and all that into the platform, man. Y'all going to see. Stay tuned, man. We're going to build this thing up, man. Right now I'm working on a podcast, you feel what I'm saying? With another beautiful woman, you feel what I'm saying? And just to bring a woman's perspective into things. So I want y'all to stay tuned for that, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all going to see the podcast, me and my beautiful co-host, yeah, all that good shit. We're going to get it cracking, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so listen. Back to NBAyoungboy, right? Let's get back on topic. Back to NBAyoungboy, right? So I don't know if anybody be paying attention to anything other than gossip, right? So I'm going to pop everything to you just because I don't care. And I like everything. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about religion, romance. We're going to talk about relationship. We're going to talk about all that shit on here because if it interests me, I'm going to talk about it. And then if you like it, hit the like button like you like something. You know what I'm talking about? And share it with your friends. We're going to get into all type of different shit. You know what I'm saying? But right now I want to talk about NBAyoungboy. You know, he didn't recently been released from federal custody, you feel what I'm saying, on the many charges that he had, which, like I said, I don't understand any of that, so I don't want to speak on the man and say it's this or it's that. I'm just going to say the man got pardoned by Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, along with Larry Hoover, you know what I mean? So Larry Hoover got a pardon from Donald Trump, but, you know, the state going to try to hold him. NBAyoungboy got a pardon from Donald Trump, but it wasn't the pardon like he was in jail, right? Like, it was a pardon like releasing NBAyoungboy from any parole conditions, because he had already been released. So the pardon was just to release him from the parole conditions, so now he's just free, completely free. You don't got to check in, tap in, holler at nobody when he want to go do these shows or meet and greets, whatever. He ain't got to do none of that. So now he was just scrambling, right? So that's what that was, right? Bruh, let me tell y'all, this man, I know he paid a chunk of change for this shit, you know what I'm saying? But this man did his time, he's back out, you know what I'm talking about? But I'm gonna keep it a $150. Everybody wasn't gonna feel that move. Now, everybody wasn't gonna feel that move because, first of all, again, like I said, the man had John Gotti charges, bruh. The man had the type of charge you're going to do 1 million years for. You feel what I'm saying? I know in Arizona, they're going to clap you. Prescription pills and shit, you writing fake scripts, they're going to clap you. You're going to get got. They're going to do you, and you're going to go do some time. Arizona, doing time in Arizona is a little different, right? Because we segregated a little different. So when you do your time in Arizona, it's a whole lot different. We're going to get into some prison stories too, but when you do your time in Arizona they want you to do 100% for real. They really want 100%. Actually, they want 115% because they give you the 85%. You can a mandatory do 85% in Arizona. That's a fact. That's a fact. You're going to do 85%, period. It ain't no 65, 55, 35, do this and do that in good time. Nah, ain't none of that shit. You're going to do 85% of your time in the system, and then you're going to do 15% of it on parole, but you also got to give them a 15% community supervision. So you end up doing 115% of your time if you complete your parole, right? So with the charges that NBAyoungboy got, like, I'm going to tell you for a fact, like, them prescription pills, him playing with them prescription pills in Arizona would have got him a dub instantly. He got a dub out the gate. They did 20. We just 20. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so bad that they try. It's fraudulent schemes. First of all, you get into fraudulent schemes, identity theft, like it opens the door to a whole bunch. It's a broader. When they brought identity theft to Arizona, it changed the game. So now you getting caught with these pills and prescriptions. Hold on. We not even gonna mention the fact that nigga got physicians and fucking pill techs, pharmacists, pharmaceutical technicians. He was connected in a network of all of these different people. You feel what I'm saying? So again, Arizona, 20. Mr. Golden, 20. We're offering 20. And that's just for the prescription pill shit. That ain't all the multiple different angles and twisted turns that you got going on, because now we're going to call it a RICO. We're going to really hit you with a RICO, because this is a RICO. You got multiple different moving parts trying to aid and assist you in this fraudulent scheme. This is a RICO. This is a real RICO. You're going to really be clapped. This is and you're done, bro. NBAyoungboy was done. In that situation, he was guilty. It was crazy. He was guilty. I don't give a damn what type of lawyer you got. You guilty, bro. It's right here. It's facts. Black and white. We're looking at you guilty. Yeah, and you're a drug addict. Look at you. You out here looking like goddamn, what's the motherfucking name? Goddamn, how I feel to be me. How I feel to be me. Yeah, you out here looking like Buddy. Goddamn. Come on, man. And then now you know, but money talks, so. But I don't see it, though. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see it. So in Arizona, they're going to clap him out. But anyways, listen, back to the time, man. I done got off topic. I told you, it's me. We're going to do it my way. Anyway, so look. In Arizona, he'd have probably been doing about 20 years. They'd have gave him about 20 for that. He'll do about 20. And they're going to hit him with a plea, so he'd have been doing about 20. Out there, wherever the hell he at, Buddy he got sentenced to 23 months. Hold on. Let me rewind that. Buddy got sentenced to 23 months. So he got sentenced to 23 months, but he did like 2 weeks or something. Yeah. Anyways, he back out, right? So the thing with him is the state of Utah is like, hold on. We're not trying to hear none of that shit. First of all, how y'all let him back out? Like, for what we just investigated and the years and the time we spent investigating this, you mean to tell me he back out? Who? And he back in Utah? Who? On grave digging up there on that mountain? He up there? Bet. Ain't no way in hell we put all this work in, all these investigative hours, manpowers, sleepless nights trying to goddamn chase down the case, and y'all finna tell me he back out. This what Utah saying. Nah, hell no. He ain't. No, he ain't. He can't be. Let us see him. Show me. Where he at? They said, where he at? Show us. He up there? Show us. Come on. Let's go see him. Utah not playing with him. Because Utah, you got to understand, Utah's a Mormons and shit. Them Utah folks ain't playing. You think because NBAyoungboy is catering to these kids and these little white kids and these little YNs, unks, whoever the hell it is y'all want to call them, you mean to tell me everybody brainwashed except Utah? Right. Yeah, Utah said, man, we don't give a damn. We don't care about none of that. We don't care about none of that. They like, hey, Hefe, we don't care about none of what the check said. Hey, Utah said, listen, man, we don't care. We don't believe he should be free. So for him to be free right now is like a spit in our face, right? So Utah, like, they blatantly saying, listen, because look, what you got to understand is, even though he got a pardon from Donald Trump, right? That's a presidential pardon. That's on a federal level. Right? When you get a pardon on a federal level, right? So, like, for instance, look at Larry Hoover, right? Larry Hoover got a pardon, a presidential pardon from Donald Trump, right? He got that pardon. This is a fact. Larry Hoover got that pardon. He was free. But a presidential pardon is a federal pardon. That pardons you from federal custody of your charges and exonerates you from whatever charges you got federally, right? But the state is a different matter, which is why Larry Hoover is still in custody, but in the state. See, they had to get him out of ADX. He ain't in ADX no more. He down in a now he's in a facility that he can move around. He ain't got to be in a cage 23 hours a day. Shower all that shit to him, so he ain't got a little bit more freedom. You feel what I'm saying? He been locked up 57 years. I mean, what could you expect from a man that's been locked up for 57 years? I mean, it is what it is. He did get that pardon, but on a state level, they got their own law structure. You feel what I'm saying? Due to the sovereignty, the dual sovereignty of each organization, the feds have they laws and the structures and then the state got their laws and the structures and the guidelines. But if y'all watch Law and Order, or you watch CSI or Chicago PD, any one of these shows, they even give you the game, because sometimes the feds in the state don't agree on the same shit. Sometimes the state will tell you like, nah, we ain't letting y'all come through here. This ain't how, feds, do it moving. Sometimes the state will do that. They not agreeing. We not rocking with each other. The feds and the state not rocking with each other. We don't like y'all. So we're not going to allow y'all to put y'all boots on the ground over here, because we have our own guidelines. You feel what I'm saying? We don't have to follow the federal guidelines. We got to follow our own guidelines. So that's what's going on with the NBAyoungboy situation. Yeah, he got a federal goddamn pardon. So yeah, he got released from all the federal and all that shit, but the state is still looking at it like we can still grab him. Like we can still grab him. and try him and send him to jail for the shit that we investigated the crime. Because listen, this Utah, their laws are a little different. And it's always been different in Utah. They always played on a different spectrum, which you gotta understand they're gonna come with a different lineup. So they feel Youngboy should go to jail, do some time for the work that they investigated on the crimes that he committed. They don't feel like he should have been slapped in the wrist and got a pardon from the president. Like, you committed serious, heinous crimes. You should be doing serious, heinous times. So Utah coming, man, and they being blatant about it. They not like some hidden shit. They actually being blatant about it, and they have a representative that spoke on this. So you gotta already know how they coming. You feel what I'm saying? That's how the Utah coming. So I would tell NBAyoungboy, man, you know, my platform a little small, but with y'all hitting that like button and that subscribe button, man, and dropping some comments down below, that's gonna help your boy get into that algorithm so we can do this a lot more. You feel what I'm saying? And then y'all already know how I'm coming. You dig what I'm saying? You know I'm coming. Y'all know me. Anyways, so listen, man, I would tell NBAyoungboy, man, pack ass and run, G. Pack ass and run, G. Pack ass and run. That's what I would tell him. Pack ass and run. Get your, you know what I mean? Sell Gravedigger Mountain. Get rid of it. You don't need it. Utah coming, bro. So get up out of there, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said, I ain't got no dog in the fight. I'm not on Dirk's side or I ain't on YB side. I'm just reported to get paid. You hear what I'm saying? So y'all help me turn up, run my numbers up, man. I need at least 1,000 likes on this video, man. So y'all do what y'all gotta do out there, man, in the YouTube streets, man. Y'all turn your boy up one time, man. Can you see I'm putting in that work, and we finna consistently put in this work, man. Yeah, so NBAyoungboy, man, sell the Gravedigger Mountain, bro. Get rid of it, man. These people wanna see you in the can, man. Get rid of that thing, man, and get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You got enough money. You still in a great position to where you can still make money, and they not prohibiting you from doing that. So I would say get you some, go somewhere where you ain't got to worry about that type of nonsense if you're trying to live your life different. You know, you done a little time, so I'm pretty sure you should be a little clean, if not cleaner. To be able to think straight. And right now, you know, it's the best time to be thinking, bro. Pack up your shit, man. Do what's best for your family. You know, it ain't about being a gangster. It ain't about being a thug, a street nigga. It ain't about sliding on nothing. It's about providing for something. You feel what I'm saying? And Youngboy, you got a lot of little kids, bro. So it's a lot of little mouths that's looking out for you to be that one. And right now, your kids is more important than your homies. So I would say that, bro. Get your stuff, man, and go somewhere that's going to be comfortable for your family. I see you got your little wife, you feel what I'm saying? Do something that's going to be, you know, better for your situation in the future. So get up out of Utah, bro. They don't like niggas in Utah anyways. They white women do, but the government laws and the structure, they don't like us. So get up out of there, bro. I hear it, you know what I'm saying, your fans and all that, but nah, get up out of there, G. It's too hot. The block is hot. The block is hot. Yeah, get your ass up out of there, bro. It's time to go. You feel what I'm saying? But that's all I'm saying about the boy Youngboy. It was just something I ran across and I seen, you know what I mean? So I had to report on that, man. And then, of course, you know, I got to speak on the escapees, bro. I be watching that shit, too, because, again, I done a lot of time myself in an institution, so I can see how a lot of this could play out, you know what I mean? And I done also been in situations behind the wall where doors have opened up for a motherfucker to goddamn get up out of there, you know what I'm saying? I had been in a position to where I was actually out there, you know what I mean? And could have just scrammed, had every opportunity to just scram. It's keys and vehicles and shit everywhere right here. I could get into any one of these, you know what I mean? Like, I could get into any one of these. Anyways, I'll tell you some prison stories a little later. But anyways, so I kind of can identify with Antoine Massey in his situation, right? Because I done been incarcerated, so I can see how this play out. It's a lot of people behind the walls, bro. I swear, especially like in the county jail, like it's a lot of people behind the walls that shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know at least 3 lifers. That's my age or younger. You feel what I'm saying? At least 3. Matter of fact, I know a whole bunch of lifers that's younger than me. Little young dudes, you know what I'm saying? That are doing natural life sentences, 57. My little homie from Tucson, he doing 57 years. They gave bro 57 years because he stole a car, got in a high-speed chase, and the police tried to stick his arm in the window, but the police arm got stuck in the goddamn seatbelt, so he couldn't get his arm out, so the homie hit the gas on him, trying to get up away, but not knowing that the police arm was stuck in the seatbelt, so drugged him like 2 miles or some shit, you know what I mean? Fucked him all up. The crazy part is the cop didn't die. They gave my man 57 years for that. So, and he was young too. I'm 39, bro, gotta be like 30. Nah, he gotta be about 35. Yeah, he gotta be about 35, not 34, 35 now. But anyways, it's a bunch of young people that are in this situation, even older guys that are in these situations that should not be in these situations. And listening to Antoine Massey's story, man, you can get railroaded. You feel what I'm saying? It's easy to get railroaded. It's easy to get lost in the sauce in these systems. You get to plan with these COs, you get to plan with these DOs, you get to plan with these prosecutors. The moment they put these handcuffs on you, you are kidnapped, and anything is possible. We see too many cases where it's too many victims that die in the hands of the police custody, whether they are in jail, whether they're in a police car, or whether they are on their way to transit somewhere that are in police custody. We see too many cases where men are being killed, even women are being killed in the custody of the police. So when we see that, and we see people like Antoine Massey come out and say, man, listen, y'all try to charge me with the rape, you try to charge me with all this sexual assault, you try to charge me with all this stuff, but realistically, you can't charge me with none of that because it never happened. Like, this never happened. Matter of fact, y'all saying it happened this day. I wasn't even in Louisiana that day. Like, I was in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? And then even the victim that y'all saying is the victim is telling you, like, you lying. Like, why are y'all lying on this, man? Like, why are y'all doing this? Like, you know you doing this and you know it's wrong. You feel me? So why are y'all doing this? And so the boy Antoine Massey, he did get up out of there. See, they call it an escape, but he said he was let out, man. You know what I'm talking about? He said he was let out. They call it an escape. He said he was let out along with the other individuals that they are calling escapees. He's saying they was let out. So the narrative that's being pumped on the news is being used to bruise them and send them back to the can for whatever reason. The parish prison want to bring these dudes back, right? But he's telling us, that all the charges he's being charged with have been dropped, been dismissed. So why does he still have to be in jail? So he really said, listen, I had to get up out of there so I could bring this to y'all because they was trying to silence me inside of there. So when the door opened, of course, I took the first opportunity, grabbed what I needed to grab, and dashed with a fast pass. That's how he's saying he got up out of there. He's saying they opened the door for him. You dig what I'm talking about? I believe it, because that's what the news is saying also, that somebody hit the button and opened up X amount of doors, or opened up a door, and then these dudes was waiting to get out. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Like I said, I'm in Arizona. Do y'all not remember the shit that happened in Buckeye, the Buckeye standoff at the prison in Buckeye? We forgot about that, the Buckeye standoff. Where the inmates had took the whole prison over out there. We forgot about that. It's possible. You dig what I'm saying? Or the shit that happened in Tucson again, where the inmates took over the prison. We gotta understand that these type of things can happen in institutions, because when you are in these institutions, you gotta understand you dealing with the most intellectual people on our planet, right? The most intellectual people on our planet are inside those walls. From goddamn the federal prisons all the way down to the juvenile delinquency prisons. The most intelligent minds, the most elite, the most these people are so intellectual, right? That it's crazy, because when you put them in this environment and you give them nothing but their intellect to use, what you think they're going to do? They're going to master themselves. They're going to master their intellect. They're going to create so much different peace for themselves that when it comes time to put these procedures into planning, it's perfect. I've been thinking about doing this for the last 10 fucking years. So now I get the opportunity to do it. I'm out of here. And with Antoine Massey, he's saying, listen, man, I'm in here innocent. I'm in here innocent. Y'all trying to sentence me on on this shit that I shouldn't even be having this. Y'all trying to make me a sex offender. I ain't sex offending nobody. Why are y'all trying to do me like this? And this ain't even how I'm supposed to be done. So I can feel that, bro. They will try to railroad you, my nigga. Especially like when you down in them country states. Like, I ain't did no time in the country states, so I can't tell you how they doing it. But just based off the information that I'm hearing, yeah, it's backwards. They doing the most. They doing the most. They finna try to clap you, cap you. Yeah, they finna try to get you and do you. So I can see why the boy feel like he had to get up out of there and get to the net somewhere safe so that way he can reach out for help, because in there they trying to silence him and keep him quiet while they sentence him. So nah, man, we're gonna keep watching this Antoine Massey case, because when you see it, the boy got to reaching out. First of all, his dad and Lil Wayne dad was best friends. So you know he reaching for Lil Wayne, Meek Mill, goddamn. He reaching for all the celebrities that's gonna be able to goddamn reach out and help him obtain some type of legal counsel to help him fight the parish. The Louisiana judicial system is on some bullshit and they trying to clap the man. So he looking for some assistance because he ain't got it. Shit, nigga, I've been in the can. You want me to get out here, get out the can, come out, create crime, just so I could get a lawyer? I already committed one crime according to y'all, and that was escaping. I'm trying to escape to save my life. Y'all trying to take my shit. Like, nah. So I feel Antoine Massey, I'd have got up out of there too. Like, you're not finna try to keep me in here knowing that y'all on some bullshit. Nah. Because you trying to turn me into something I'm not. And then once I get out of here, I gotta go through all the emotions of being an SO. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to hit this stuka. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Listen, don't be that person, right? Don't be that person that just accept everything. Yeah, don't be that person that just accept everything for face value. Always do your research. Always know the facts and stand on what's right. You know, when I first got to the penitentiary, right? I was real young, and I remember this Mau brother, right? He was a Mau. He was a 1313. He pulled me to the side and he said, "Hey man, he said, man, listen. Oh, so no, hold on. Backstory to that, right? So I got into it with somebody on the bus, right? We exchanging words, gang banging and shit. We exchanging words. He telling me what he gonna do to him. I really don't do too much telling, so I'm just chilling. I guess I must have looked scared because I was small. I'm 5'6", so I guess I must have looked scared or some shit. Like, it was like I was panicking or whatever, because we in this bus and everybody all convicted out. They already done been here. I ain't never been here. So I must have gave off that energy that I was scared or something to him, because he kept trying to like egg it up. Like if I was gonna jump crazy in this bus and like kill him in this bus. But first of all, I mind you, anybody that ever done time, when they get ready to transport you from, let's say in Arizona, we got Alhambra, right? So when they get ready to transport you anywhere, I don't give a fuck if you go from the shower to the bathroom, they finna chain your ass up, right? So especially when you get ready to transport from one location to another, from one institution to another, they definitely shackle you up, they definitely shackle your legs up, and they definitely lock you to your shit, right? So you got this belt on with handcuffs on it, right? The belt got handcuffs on it. They lock you to that shit. So look, you handcuffed to the belt, right? And then you got the shackle chains on your legs, right? So this is how they do you while you in this bus, this big ass school bus, like a big white school bus. So you shackled up, chained up. Buddy over here, goddamn, woo, right? So me and the white man looking at each other, and we looking at him like he crazy. He looking at me like I'm scared because I'm little. And then me and the white man both is like looking like he tweaking. So I hit him up, throw the set at him, boom, told him what it was. You feel me? Then he hit me with all type of extra shit. What he gonna do to me and this, that, and third, and catch him with woo. So all right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I brush it off. Well, we started getting to different little locations where we gonna drop people off at, right? So once we start getting to these locations, these different prisons where we dropping people off, I'm chilling, cause I don't know, you don't know where you going, right? Unless you like dope with a CO over there, and then like when it's morning time and they come tell you like, roll up, you finna get ready to go to your situation. If you like get a dope CO or something, you can like hit him off and he'll tell you like, you can like, what, hey, you know where I'm headed? He like, yeah, W2X. You like, what the fuck? Like, come on, bro. Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Or like, they'll tell you some shit like, they'll tell you like, so Tucson 21, so they're TU 21, right? So they're like, okay, you going to TU 21. This one I know and I remember. I went to Tucson, right? So they say you going to TU 21, right? Now, mind you, this is my first time here. So I went to the county, I got sentenced. Now I'm in this what they call it, goddamn, processing, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you go to like processing, you gotta take your blood, gotta check you out and shit. Damn, I forgot what they call it. Anyway, it's just like a processing center, right? Where they house everybody until they figure out where they finna put you and send you and mix you and group you, right? So everybody in this bitch. Now, if you're in there long enough, you could goddamn bump into some niggas you might be cool with or something. Or, you know, you might bump into a CO or two that's cool or something, you know what I mean? And if they there when it's time to transport, you know what I'm saying, then you can hit them like, yo, where I'm headed. They're like, yeah, you going to TU 21. So you trying to figure out TU. First thing you gonna know is I'm going to Tucson. Right? First thing you're going to know is I'm going to Tucson because of the TU. The TU told me I'm going to Tucson. So that tell me for shit sure I'm going to Tucson. The 21 is what gets you. Classifications. That's what Alhambra is, classifications, right? That's classifications where they classify you and shit. See, I got all these tattoos and a lot of it is gang affiliated. So they SEGU and all that shit right there, right? So boom. Classifications, right? So when you there, that's where they finna tell where you finna be. So once you get there and you get to doing that, you get to meet different motherfuckers that have done time, been doing time. Niggas in Alhambra that there been paged too, and they gotta go back through Alhambra because they working on an L already. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of niggas with L's in Arizona, for real, for real. Like, it's niggas with L's in Arizona you don't even know. Young niggas with L's. It's young niggas with L's out here, bro. It's crazy. So, you could bump into motherfuckers. That's when you get to talking to them like, yo, they like, shit, oh, that TU 21, nigga, that's where I was out. Oh, that's Cimarron. You feel something, you finna be at Cimarron, or, you know what I'm saying? Or like, if you ain't really did nothing, to Whetstone or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Whetstone or something. You'll end up at Whetstone, goddamn. You end up at Whetstone, you know what I'm saying? You end up at Whetstone and shit. Whetstone kind of going up a little bit. Whetstone's kind of going up a little. There's some shit going on at Whetstone, boy. Motherfuckers did. Anyways, listen, man, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. It was good hollering at y'all. Good morning. I'm finna get ready to get to it, man. Stay blessed, stay prosperous, man. Whole bunch of positive energy, man. And y'all know what it is, man. Until we back in this thing again, tell a friend.